Hi, welcome to Yoga to the People. And as always, we'll get started in Child's Pose. I will, yes, Serafina. Hi, welcome. Send the playlist again. So Child's Pose looks like hips to heels, forehead down on your mat in front of you. And right away, you have options. Your knees can be spread wide for more opening of your hips with your hands out in front of you, palms face down. Or your knees can be close together to create a shelf for your belly to drape over with your hands back by your hips, palms face up. And close your eyes whenever that's available to you. Settle into this posture. Heavy the weight of your bones. Heavy your muscles that are wrapped around your bones. And begin to find stillness. This is a great place for you to be able to find your breath. So start listening to it as every inhale coats the back of your throat in through your nose. You hold it at the top, swirls in your entire body. And every long, luxurious exhale that follows, that's longer and slower. Your breath will be your greatest tool during this class. So we start right away by listening to it, getting to know it, checking in with how it's going this morning. Maybe take this time to set an intention for yourself for your practice. Recognizing that an intention is very different from an expectation. There's an easiness, a lightness to your focus. That intention might look like breathing deeply. It can be really simple. Being aware and present of your body on your mat. Or maybe it's a little bit more in your mind, like patience or compassion for meeting yourself where you're at. To unify us all wherever you all are, anywhere and any time around the world. Exhale out all of your air, SH. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale through your nose, big, deep belly breath. Maybe your biggest breath of the morning. Let it go, HA. This vibrational breath is available to you at any time during this class. That might look like HA, HM, maybe even a playful flutter of your lips. This child's pose is always here for you. Work hard when you can and rest if and when you need it. We begin to bring some movement into this posture. Maybe rock your forehead from side to side to massage your eyebrow, the brow bone. Heavy the weight of your brain inside of your skull. And if your hands aren't there already, begin to crawl them forward to the top of your mat. Crawl them so far forward, your wrists lift, your elbows lift, the entire arms lift up and off the mat. Press down into your hands, sit back into your hips. Maybe you rock again, and that movement undulates down your spine back into your hips, pressing one armpit into the mat, then the other. Close your eyes if they're not closed already. And on your next inhale, press your hands into the mat, flip your toes under, and send your hips high, heels low for downward facing dog. That upside down V shape. Pedal out your feet, move it around right away. Move it around in a way that feels good. Maybe that's light hops of your feet to energize your body. Shifting forward to plank, pressing back. And stay in the posture. Now we clean it up. If you glance at your hands, they're about shoulder width distance apart. Press firmly into all parts of your hands, your finger pads, your knuckles, your entire palms, but especially the pointer finger and thumb, so you can lift the weight up and out of your wrists. Look back at your feet. They're about hips width distance apart. You can maybe place the width of your head in between your ankles. Bend your knees slightly and send your sits bones high to the sky. Lengthen out through your spine. Nod your head yes, shake it no. And while you maintain the length you just found, you can begin to release your heels back and down. You don't have to push, you don't have to shove. You are where you're at. On your next inhale, send your right foot up and back. Go in for length versus height at first. Dial the eye of your right hip down and either flex or point your toes. Either is good, whatever feels good this morning. Good, Angela. On your inhale, lift up, 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 tall. Open up your hips, stack your hips, move it around. Maybe that's circles of the knee, maybe it's fast, maybe it's really slow. Inhale, kick up, kick back. Exhale, release your toes down to the mat. Inhale your left foot up and back, going for length versus height at first. We set up the structure so that we can find some more space. It's as if you're stamping your foot on the back wall. Good, Robert. Inhale, lift tall, up, 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 up. Good, open up, stack your hips, move it around. The side might feel the same, it might feel different, it probably feels different. So maybe you give it something else, something that you didn't do on your first side. Watching your breath. Inhale, kick up, kick back. Exhale, release your foot down to the mat. Look forward at your hands, bend your knees, and take small steps all the way to the top of your mat. We'll meet up in forward fold. Your feet are about hips width distance apart. Maybe that's 2 fists in between your feet. Bend your knees deeply so your belly rests on the top of your thighs. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe you sway from side to side. And you can also play around with gravity here by grabbing for opposite elbow or interlacing your fingers behind your neck. And you just meet yourself where you're at. Release whatever grip you might have. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Send your sits bones towards the back of the room. Lengthen out through your spine, out the roof of your mouth, crown of your head. Your hands rest on tops of shins or thighs, anywhere but your knees. Create space between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale, send the weight towards your toes. Exhale, release, forward fold, hang heavy. And on your next inhale, through flat back, rise all the way up to mountain pose. close your eyes when you get there. Maybe you shift side to side, forward and backward to explore the space around you. And eventually ground down through your heels, ground down through the big ball point of foot, outer pinky edge ball of foot. Press firmly into the 3 points of this triangle so you can lift everything else up. Pull up on the tops of your shins, your thighs. Draw your navel towards your spine to lengthen your lower back. And straighten your elbows as you draw your pinkies in toward one another so you can shower your shoulders down your back. Then all of a sudden, there's nothing else to do. You stay and you breathe and you watch. Flutter your eyes open, look up towards your hands, maybe reach slightly back. Exhale, hinge forward, fold all the way down. And the next one will be a little bit more swift. Ground down to lift up. Inhale, rise up, look up, reach back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Now take it once on your own. Inhale, rise all the way up. Yawning the body open. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step both feet back and pause in your upper push-up plank. We'll only be here for a few breaths, but if you need to come down to your knees, do that. Keep checking in with what feels good in your body today. It will be different from yesterday, and it will definitely be different tomorrow. Press firmly into all parts of your hands. Your hands are stacked directly underneath your shoulders. Press your heels towards the back of the room and draw your navel up and in. Inhale, shove the mat away. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders come over your hands. Exhale, lower down halfway. It's a moment. Inhale, press the mat away. Scoop your heart forward. Flip your toes under. Upward facing. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, flip the toes under. Hips high, heels low. Downward facing dog. That's our flow. We'll use it to reset in between postures, in between movements. It's a moment for you to come back to your body, your breath. Inhale your right foot up and back. Exhale, gently place it in between your hands. Beautiful, Lance. Release your back heel down. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Sit low in your front knee. You should be able to see your toes peeking out in front of your knee. Your knee is stacked over your ankle. And press firmly into the outer pinky edge side of your left foot to light your left leg straight as you shift your left hip forward and draw your right hip slightly back. Slightly drop your tailbone, find length through your spine. It's as if you have balloons tied to your ears and they're trying to lift up and away. Sit low. Flutter your eyes open, look up, reach back. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back and travel through your flow. Inhale, shove the mat away. Exhale, lower down halfway. Elbows hug your wrists. Flip your toes under. Upward facing dog, suspended between hands and tops of feet. Exhale, hips high, heels low, downward facing. Inhale your left foot up and back. Keep your hips high as you step your foot in between your hands. A little towards the left side of your mat, it's as if you're standing on train tracks. Release your back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Sit low right away. You have nothing to wait for. Great, Maureen. Can you sit just a little bit lower? Yeah, that's it. Shift your left hip back and your right hip slightly forward. Close your eyes. Trust that you're standing on the 2 feet that brought you here. Sit low. Flutter your eyes open, look up, reach back. Exhale, release your hands down. Step your left foot back, travel through your flow. And then don't wait for me, don't wait for your neighbor, take it on your own. Warrior 1 on your right side, followed by your left side. We call this our 1 breath, 1 movement. We'll have an opportunity to do that a few times during this class. And it's truly a beautiful way for you to check in with you. You know, we always create a space and an environment that is judgment-free in class, saying that it doesn't matter what you look like. And it's easier to believe. It's easier said than done, I guess. There's always like an inkling in your mind that says, oh yeah, it doesn't matter what I look like, no one's watching me, but what if they are? Maybe they could be. And a beautiful thing about this Zoom environment that we've created is that it's truly you and you on your mat. That you're free to move in a way that authentically feels good. Truly, no matter what it looks like. We'll meet up in downward facing dog. If you're there already, clean it up. Make it active. It's a meeting point, but also a very important posture. There's great strength in this posture. If it's available to you, exhale out all of your air, SH. Inhale, inhale deeply, fully, through your fingers, through your toes. HA, ha. Good. Bend your knees, look at your hands, and take small steps or a light hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Your feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, sit your hips down, arms up, chair pose. Sit back and down. Keep your toes spread wide and down on the mat as you shift the weight back into your heels. It's as if your shins were chasing your calves. Draw your navel up and in, scoop it up. And it's not an overarching of your back or a big tuck. It's trying to find a neutral spine. And I feel like the best way to find that is to really make sure you're using your abs to keep you here. Close your eyes. Sit low. Puff up your chest, reach a little bit taller. Exhale, release, forward fold, hang heavy, let it go. Nod your head, yes, shake your head, no. Maybe you sway from side to side. And then we'll try it again. Inhale, hips down, arms up, chair pose. Sit right back down where you left off. Only you know where that is. And the whole point of this yoga is to push yourself towards your edge. That edge could be really soft, or it can be a little bit more textured. You meet yourself where you're at and what could be beneficial to you in this moment. Sit a little bit lower, Cece. Yeah, good. Great, Angela. Inhale, sit down. Reach tall, tall, tall. And release forward, fold. Sway it out. Go from 100% to 0%. Truly rest. No work to be had. No thoughts of what's next. No thoughts of what we just did. Truly right here. And then on your next inhale, sit down, arms up, chair pose. Go right for it. The yoga is the same, no matter if it's your first class or your 100th class or even more. Push yourself. And I guess push is a little bit of a strong word, but it's just trying to find that place of resistance and staying anyway, because you decided that you will and you can and you're okay. You're truly okay with wherever you're at. Sit a little bit lower. Reach up, 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 up. And release, forward fold. Good, inhale, half lift, floss out your spine. Exhale, release your hands down, step back, and flow. Inhale your right foot up and back. And gently, softly place it in between your hands. Release your back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, peel it open, warrior two. So your hips open up to the side of your space, the side of your mat. That means you're inevitably going to take up more length on your mat. So maybe you have to crawl your front foot a little bit forwards on your mat. Stay low in your knee so your knee sucks over your ankle. Press down through your heels and energetically pull them toward one another as you draw your lower belly up and in, shoulders stacked over your hips. Reach through your fingertips, bring your chin over your right shoulder. Close your eyes. There's nothing to see and so much more to feel. Stay low. Flip your right palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach forward. Keep inhaling, reach up. Keep inhaling, maybe reach slightly back for your reverse warrior. Your backhand rests on the back of your thigh or calf, anywhere but your knee. And really stay low in your right knee, so your thigh is almost parallel to the mat. Look up towards your right fingertips. Find a stretch, a length through your right side body, as well as your left side body. So there's no collapsing in your back side. One more inhale, sit low. Reach up, 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 maybe back. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your foot back, travel through your flow. Beautiful. Nice, Susie. Inhale your left foot up and back. And we'll meet up in warrior two on this side. You know how to get there. And set it up strong right away. Sit low. Draw your navel up and in, never for the look of it, but to support your lower back. And reach from middle finger to middle finger. Reach from your armpit. If your arms start to feel heavy, don't let them. You just decide that your hands, your arms are gonna feel like feathers. And the more you find length, the easier that becomes. Bring your chin just a little bit over your left shoulder, Madeline. Nice. There it is, yeah. Sit low, flip your left palm towards the sky. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, reach back, reverse. And go to the extent that feels good. Look up towards your left fingertips. Pull your heels in toward one another to sit 1 inch lower. Look up, reach slightly back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, slow with control. Keep exhaling, step your left foot back. Keep exhaling, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And this is, again, your one breath, one movement. Warrior 1, warrior 2, right into your reverse. And if you want to give it a shot, I recommend trying to close your eyes. Because it's not about what you look like, it's about how you feel. This yoga practice is truly about making yourself feel good. And it might feel a little spicy sometimes, it might feel a little sticky, but you learn how to stay and breathe and maybe change your mind about that. Because your experience is truly created by your thoughts. Your thoughts are the cause and your feelings are the effects. So day to day, moment by moment, you check in with how you're feeling. And if you're feeling really good, keep up those thoughts. Keep having those beautiful thoughts that are creating a beautiful feeling. But if you check in with how you're feeling and you're not feeling so good, you're not feeling so right, then you pause, reassess what's going on in your mind, and maybe make a new choice. That choice might look like lightening up in your practice, but it might look like making another decision, changing your perspective. If it's available to you, exhale out all of your air, SH. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale, floods your body. Your body loves oxygen. Give it more, more, more. Exhale, HA. Good. Inhale your right foot up and back. Exhale, gently place it in between your hands. Keep your hands tented up on the mat. Release your back heel down. And inhale your hands back by your hips for power lunge. Palms face down. Sit low in your right knee. Scoop your lower belly up, 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 up. So you're not hanging out or resting on your top thigh. It's very active. One long line of energy from your back heel, up your left leg, up your spine, out the roof of your mouth, the crown of your head. Keep your arms as straight as you can. Get your pinkies to touch behind you. Maybe it's just once, maybe it's not at all. I get that. Once you give it a try, once or twice, bend your elbows, interlace your fingers behind you, open up your chest. It's as if you're going to punch a hole through the back wall. Inhale. Exhale, release your biceps by your ears, extended power lunge. Stay low in your front knee, I know. Inhale, warrior 1, rise up. Exhale, peel it open, warrior 2. We've been here before, set it up. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, hinge forward to side angle. Your right hand on the inside of your right foot down on the mat. Your left hand reaches up towards the sky. Use the leverage of your elbow on the inside of your knee to help open up your chest towards the side of the room. Maybe one day open up your chest, your heart towards the sky. Look up towards your left fingertips. And extend your left bicep over your ear, extended side angle. Find length through the left side of your body as well as the right. Press the weight down into your right heel, and we come up for core strengthener. Arms parallel to one another as if you're holding a big beach ball out in front of you. Maybe your bottom arm comes to rest on the top of your thigh if you need some more support. Strong moment, hold it for 3, breathe for 2, and 1. Release your left hand down on the inside of your right foot. Maybe you toe heel your right foot a little bit towards the right. You can even shorten your stance slightly so you can keep your back heel grounded down. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky, revolve. Draw your right hip back and your left hip forward so your hips don't steal the twist from your spine. Beautiful, Kate. Look up. Use your left eye to look at the back of your right hand. And release your right hand down to the inside of your right foot. So like a book from left to right, it's hand, hand, foot. Identify your right hand. Bring it on the inside of your right ankle, underneath your thigh, all the way around. As you interlace your fingers around your right ankle for ankle bind. Bend your right knee deeply. The intention here is to get your right shoulder underneath your knee, but it's just the intention. Great, Aviva. Can you lift your hips high? Create more space. Yes, that's the difference. Heavy the weight of your head. Heavy the weight of your head more than you think you are. One more. Inhale here. And gently unwind. Place your right hand down on the inside of your right foot. Left hand towards the sky, back for side angle. And flip your palm towards the back of the room and release it down behind your back, grabbing on for inner thigh for a bind. Maybe you go for the full bind by holding hands with you underneath your right thigh. Stay and breathe. With every inhale, find length through your spine. And every exhale, twist just a little bit further. So beautiful, Coco. One more inhale. And look up, 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 up. Exhale, unwind. Good. Place both hands down on the mat. Step your right foot back and travel through your flow. Vinyasa. Flow it out with so much love. So much compassion for where you're at. All is good. Inhale your left foot up and back. Keep your hips high. Step your left foot in between your hands. Keep your hands tense it up on the mat. Dial your back heel down. Inhale your hands back by your hips, palms face down. Sit low. Draw your navel up and in. Use the muscles of your chest, the muscles of your biceps, your triceps. Try to get your fingers to touch behind you, maybe just once. Then yeah, go grab for your clasp, maybe opposite thumb on top. Inhale, send the breath into your chest. Exhale, release biceps by your ears. Stay low. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, peel it open, warrior two. Finding your edge wherever that's at. Sit low. Reach from fingertip through fingertip and hinge into side angle. Left hand on the inside of your left foot, right hand open toward the sky. Stay low in your front knee. Use the leverage of knee into elbow, elbow into knee to help open up your heart. Look up. Release your bicep over your ear, extended side angle. Send the weight into your left heel. Take your core strengthener. Take it if you've got it. You've definitely got it. Give it a try. Yeah, that's it. Look up, twist just a little bit further, and release your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. Find your stance. Keep your back heel down, revolve, side angle. Pull your left hip back and up. Your right hip forward and down. Look up. One more inhale. And release your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. This time it's foot, hand, hand from left to right. CC, bring your left hand on the inside of your foot. So your knee's on the outside. Other way. So from left to right, it's knee, shoulder, shoulder. Try to do that. Good. Bring your left hand on the inside around. Find your ankle bind. Heavy the weight of your head. Good, CC. One more breath. And release your left hand down, right hand open towards the sky, side angle. Flip your hand behind you. Release it down your back. Grab for what you've got. Maybe it's your thigh. Maybe it's the back of your pants. Anything will do. Yeah, and it's just maybe it's those fingertips. Good, Robert. Peel open your chest. One more inhale, look up. And release your hands down. Step your left foot back and travel through your flow. Beautiful work. So good. Reset your body, your breath, your movement. SH. Inhale deeply, fully. Fill all the way up. Let it go. Exhale. Beautiful work. Bend your knees, look at your hands, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch, so you're standing on one strong, beautiful leg. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, hips down, arms up, palms pressed for thunderbolt. Similar to our chair pose, but everything is pulling up, tight, and in. So there's a little bit more support. Let that sit you a little bit lower. Release your hands down to your heart. Inhale, puff up your chest. And twist to the right. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Press firmly into your hands to peel your chest open. Look up. Try to make sure your knees stay in one line. Send your left hip back and your right hip slightly forward. Stay with your breath. Maybe you tee open your arms to fly away. Maybe you try a bind. Maybe you try something you've never tried before, because why not? Sit low. Twist, twist, twist. And come back to center, slow with control. Stay low. Strong moment. Sit low. Puff up your chest and twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of your left thigh. Press into your hands until they meet at your heart. And then maybe you just stay and you breathe. Maybe you try to tee open the arms. Maybe you bind. No answer is better than another. Stay low, come back to center, puff up your chest. And release, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, flat back, reset your spine. Exhale, release your hands down, step back, and flow. We have one more standing posture before we slow things down. You can do it. Inhale your right foot up and back. Gently place it between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted tall, lifted high, a little bit different from our other warriors. Inhale, rise up for high crescent lunge. Sit low in your front knee. It's the same as warrior one, except we introduced this concept of balancing. So there will be wobbles, there will be shakes. It makes so much sense. Keep your back legs straight as much as you can. So find length up your left hip flexor. Draw your navel up and in. Sit low in your front knee. Inhale your hands to touch. Exhale, release them down to your heart. Inhale, puff up your chest and twist to the right. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Similar to our thunderbolt, but a different stance. Maybe you tee open, maybe you bind, maybe you stay exactly where you are. But you'll never know if you can do anything until you try. You'll never become good at anything unless you keep trying. Inhale, come back to center, stay low. Inhale your hands up, trust, look up, trust. Maybe reach slightly back. Exhale, release your hands down. Step your right foot back and travel through your flow. Inhale your left foot up and back. Exhale, place it between your hands. Keep your back heel sky high. Inhale, rise up. High crescent lunge. Draw your navel up and in. Find the length up from your right hip. Keep your back knee straight, your front knee bent deeply. Inhale your hands down to your heart. Puff up your chest, press hand into hand, and twist to the left. Get a good hook. It'll help you here to twist, twist, twist. Maybe tee open, bind, or simply stay. Stay wherever your breath is at. And come back to center. Stay low, arms up. Look up, reach back, trust. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Step your left foot back and travel through your flow. So good. And we've made it to half pigeon. Yoo-hoo! Inhale your right foot up and back. Bend your knee and pull it all the way through. Your knee towards the outside of your right hand. Flex your right toes in towards your torso and lengthen your back leg straight behind you. Sit into your hips. A little bit of a proud chest to sit. Find the gravity. Let it help you. As you slowly lower all the way down. Crawl all the way forward until your forehead can rest on something. Maybe that something is the mat. Maybe it's your hands laying on top of one another. Could be a block or even two fists stacked on one another like a snowman. Since you're at home, it could be a bunch of books, a pillow, whatever you've got. I think it's just Sendia, beautiful figure 4. Yeah. Press your right knee away from you as you pull your left thigh towards you. Yeah, beautiful. You worked so hard. And now you soften. I like to think about a child's pose-like mentality when I'm here in half pigeon. There's just a quality of calmness, of stillness, where you can truly listen to every inhale that floods through your body. And every long, 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 luscious exhale. What can you let go of? Could be tension in your jaw, tension in your eyebrows, the sides of your neck, your shoulders. You can let that go. You don't need it here. It's not serving you here. Honestly, it doesn't serve you much during other times either. Sometimes that feel really tense or vulnerable. Clenching, holding isn't going to help you. It will not serve you. But to move from a place of your true inner intuition and from your heart, you've got to meet the hard stuff, the sticky stuff with softness. Exhale out your air, SH. Inhale, big belly breath. Let the breath also enter your back. Ha. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push your torso up. Maybe sit back into your hips for one more moment. That looks nice, Lance. And place your hands on the mat. Flip your back toes under. Send your right foot back to meet your left. You can either go through your flow or go to downward facing dog and go right into your left side for half pigeon. Whatever feels good. As long as you move with as much intention, integrity as you did the first side. Set it up. Your left knee towards the outside of your left hand. Flex your left toes in toward your torso. Find length through the spine and slowly lower all the way down. The side might feel a little tighter, a little bit looser. That's okay. Let any judgment go. You just take stock and notice, and then let it go. Maybe muscles start to tighten. You notice, and then you release them. Recently in this pose, I've been imagining that I have a little tiny lung on my back hip that needs breath, needs oxygen. I've been sending breath to those spots that feel sticky, that feel tight. That's allowed me to find some more softness, more space to let things go. Those things could be muscles, those things could be thoughts. Exhale, exhale, SH. Inhale, send breath into that little tiny lung. Let it go, Iche. Send your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up. Maybe you take a variation that you did on the other side. Flip your back toes under. Send your left foot back and travel through your flow. Clean up your downward facing dog best you can. Notice if things that feel different are the same from the first downward facing dog that we all did together. And slowly bring your knees down to the mat. We'll set up for Camel Pose. Your knees are about hips width distance apart. Send your hands towards the place between your back and your butt. So your fingers graze the top of your butt. Bring your elbows back behind you to create a shelf for your chest to rest on. Draw your navel up and in. And on your inhale, send your hips forward. Try to bring your chest tall towards the sky, the ceiling, as you release the weight of your head. And this is Camel Pose. You can stay here or keep going. Keep your eyes open. Maybe you grab on for your back heels. Close your lips to find length and stretch through your throat. One more inhale. And bring your hands back to your lower back if they left. Slowly come all the way up. Sit back on your hips. Rock your hips to the side. Pull your feet out in front of you for a seated forward fold. Flex your toes back towards your face. Find your sits bones. Maybe you have to move out the flesh from underneath you. Grow long through your spine. Reach your hands up, 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 up. And hinge forward from your hips. Grab on for what you've got. Maybe it's your shins, your ankles, your toes. With every inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And every exhale, release the weight of your head. Inhale, heart forward. Kick out through your heels. Exhale, release your head. And slowly come all the way up. Rock back for boat pose. Your shins are parallel to the mat. Arms reaching out on either sides of your shins. Proud chest. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees. Exhale, slow with control, lower lengthen and hover. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees. Exhale, lower lengthen and hover. Amazing control, Madeline. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees. Exhale, lower lengthen and hover. Stay. And scissor kick your feet for 5, 4. Biceps by your ears for 5. You can. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Grab for opposite elbows, your hands. Maybe you rock from side to side if that feels nice. Bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Open up your knees. Interlace your fingers on the outer pinky edge sides of your feet. And try to use your biceps to pull your feet up towards your heart. So it's less feet into groin, but feet up, 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 and in. Big, deep belly breath. Open it up, happy baby. Pressing feet into hands, hands into feet. Maybe you rock. Maybe you straighten one leg, then the next. Empty all of your air out. SH. Inhale fully, deeply. Iche. And release your grip. Bring your feet towards the bottom corners of your mat for your final Shavasana. Your toes splayed open, hands down by your hips, palms face up. And find stillness as soon as you can. Don't miss it. We do yoga to exhaust your body. You exhaust your body to then find this final Savasana and find stillness in your mind. You simply breathe and watch. Thank you so much for coming to class. Feel free to stay here. Maybe keep one ear open as I make a few announcements. Teacher training is coming up the end of this month. If you have any questions about it, if something about that gives you a little flutter in your heart, I'll be here after class to answer any questions you might have. We are a donation-based studio. I'll create a link and post it in the chat. There is no floor and no ceiling. Whatever you give truly does keep our studio open and keeps this community alive and ticking. We are so grateful. I am so grateful for anything and everything you could give. And if that's not available to you today, totally okay. That's kind of the whole point, that someone else will have your back. And that's the beauty of this yoga. Just keep coming back. And if you don't have it, another way to donate is to simply spread the word. Tell your friends, bring your family. You can share that you took class on social media. It's so appreciated. Thank you. To finish class, I will give you a quote and we'll take a breath. I was looking for someone to inspire me, motivate me, support me, keep me focused. Someone who would love me, cherish me, make me happy. And I realized all along that I was looking for myself. Please exhale out all of your air. S-H. Inhale, maybe your deepest breath yet. Exhale. And happy Mother's Day to any mothers out there that are here in this class.